Well, boys, we just got word. Strike team, you're a go.
So believe it or not, that was just about as much fun to make as it was to watch after I got the editing done. Guys from the ARMCO community, thank you so much for helping me out. I couldn't have done this without you, really. Your names are up on the screen as a thanks. So if you guys don't know, this is the Drake Kraken from Star Citizen. I love the idea of this ship, and so instead of waiting for it to come out, I figured I'd build it myself and get you guys involved to help me make a really cool scenario. And by the way, if you guys want to check it out for yourself, I will have a link down in the description below for you to go download it if you do have Space Engineers. But for those of you in the reverse who have Space Engineers but don't know what Star Citizen is or haven't really looked into it, I just wanted to show you guys a quick clip of the trailer of the ship so you kind of get an idea of why I wanted to build it, because I think it's just such a cool idea. It's sort of this pirate ship that lives out on the edge that's capable of self-sustaining, carrying a fleet of ships that it can repair and refuel out where nobody else is. So you're out on the edge of the mining belt of some very far away system, and you've got a bunch of pirates who are messing with your own crew. Well, the Kraken is a light carrier that you can effectively use as a massive mobile base. And that's what's so cool about it for me. It's just this all-in-one multi-role ship that I can run with ARMCO. And I simply can't wait to have it in Star Citizen. But seeing as how I couldn't wait, like I said, I built it in Space Engineers, and we had an absolute blast, which just makes me think that when it actually is out, it's going to be probably just as much fun to use. Now, I know you guys are probably going to kill me if I don't show you the interior of this ship, but unfortunately, I've kind of not finished that because it really wasn't the primary focus of the build. That, and we don't have very much information about how it's going to look on the interior. Finally, detailing this scale of ship with big blocks proved to be somewhat disappointing when I was doing the hallways, so I decided to take a break on it and come back to it later when I feel a little bit more inspired. One of the spaces, though, I really wanted to get right was the bridge, because it was so cool looking from the concept drawings that I still wanted to have that sort of feeling in this design. And so although this isn't exactly the same as the concept, I think it sort of still has the spirit of it in that it mimics a more contemporary carrier that we have today. Everything else that's inside of it is really just functional with a little bit of polish. Like here in the engineering section, it has gyroscopes, reactors, shield generators, and even a little bit of an engineering station. But really, it could look a lot better, and I think that the next thing I'm going to do with this project is actually just probably strip out the entire interior and re-detail it, basically keeping the shell that exists now. It also has these repair bays, which are in the concept of the ship, which I thought was really cool. Part of the self-sustaining factor of the Drake Kraken, that it has these 2 repair bays that you can use to pull your ships into and fix. These are probably a little bit bigger to scale than the actual ones, but no, I took a little bit of creative liberty here to try to make it work. The cargo bay I know for sure is smaller than what the Kraken will actually have. It was like a 4-story space, but it still functions like the one in the Kraken, and I tried to get a big door on the bottom, but there aren't a lot of models to make that work, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to work with pistons and rotors. Those seem to be quite broken in the most recent patches of Space Engineers. If I'm to be honest though, the thing that I'm most proud of is obviously the exterior, and it's what I spent a lot of time with. I actually used one of the 3D models that they have out right now. I think somebody exported it from Star Citizen's model viewer that you can view on their website when you view ships, and I used that as a reference as I was building this on my second screen. So although I really hate that I couldn't get a lot of the really delicate details the same, like the thinness of the flight deck and the little wings that come off, I think I still was able to get it close enough that it is recognizable from every angle as the Kraken. I love this ship, guys, and I hope you guys found what I see in this ship through the introduction of this video. Now, I am aware that the way I presented it in the video isn't really probably how you'd use a carrier. It's not really a frontline ship to blast down the front door of some base. In this instance, it was just a small outpost that was making Widow. At least that was the scenario we put out that was based in Star Citizen. I imagine it would be kind of in the back with a lot of peripheral guard ships that would keep it safe, seeing as how it's not armored at all. It relies on shields. But I think a whole discussion on how the Kraken might be used versus, say, the Idris is for a whole nother video dedicated to Star Citizen, and maybe I'll come back and use this ship in that video to kind of demonstrate my point. For now, though, I just want to talk about how much I enjoyed getting back into Space Engineers and how refreshing it is to be able to actually use the multiplayer system without it completely breaking apart. They have made a lot of improvements lately, and I know it's not perfect. Wasted Space can attest to that. He had this whole series he did, and it was kind of busted at the end by a issue with the game, not so much his planning or anything, and that's really unfortunate. But they have made really great strides to making big multiplayer scenarios possible. And despite the fact that I hosted a listen server on my computer in Taiwan for people in the US, we were still able to get the smooth footage you saw in the video. That's why I'm really looking forward to later this week when they bring the beta release that we got previewed earlier to a actual release, and the game will then officially move out of early release finally, which is pretty neat. However, though, there are, again, still some things they need to fix, like the multiplayer. Apparently, it's still not 100%, and there are some mods, unfortunately, that haven't worked for a while, which have kind of held us back. When I say us, I'm talking about Captain Shack, Wasted Space, and I, from doing some things together, like this whole Star Wars kit that our community made that we've been wanting to make a video on for a while. So look for that video later this week. I'm definitely going to be part of it in some way. I'm not officially in contact with them anymore, though I suppose I could talk to Keen and ask about being part of the release. I'm not so sure I'll have time, that's why I haven't done it, but at least I will be covering it, because I do want to do a video about how far Space Engineers has come. For those of you who are like me, who haven't gone into Space Engineers for quite a while and want to know what has changed, because apparently a lot has. There are new blocks, the game looks a little bit different, it definitely plays quite a bit different, and I've heard something about them wanting to make it more like an MMO, at least with the public servers, so that's kind of an interesting facet that I didn't really see coming, but I think is a really cool thing. Anyway, as always, if you guys want to get involved in the community, all you have to do is go down into the description below, and you can get involved in the next video I do, or maybe even get aboard the Kraken in Space Engineers or Star Citizen when it comes out. I always love playing with the community, and I always open the doors when I do things like streaming or videos like this. Everybody's invited as long as you're cool. I mean, like, you know, don't be a troll. But anyway, I'll leave you guys with this, a little bit of a clip of what we did at the end. Inevitably, events like this always degrade to something like this. Anyway, I've been Morphologist. See you next time.
Who said you're the hero?
No! I'll get the last one.
Okay,
This is already taken.
Gladius.
Screw it. This guy doesn't know how to use the Bucky. He's just sitting in it.
Mine didn't have anything equipped.
Yeah, you had to equip it immediately. It's fine.
There we go.
I'm flying off landing lands in the distance for some reason. Oh god, these gladiators are horrible.
Beyond the sea, somewhere.
No!
We
I'm in pit and I can't see anything. Why would you ganged up on?
No.
How the fuck did you guys fly these things?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Ooh, there goes one.
How am I still alive?
I'm still up.
I've lost my wings.
Everyone, attack Morph.
No, that's not how this
Protect
works.
Orion. He's
Attack
brought me.
Gladiuses. Tear him
Oh,
to shreds.
I'm down. I'm down. The cat.
Now, whoever's still in the Kraken, enable the guns to shoot everything. Just turn the
I'm
turn the
not.
settings to
No.
blow everything up.
I'm up.
Get out of the way.
I can't see the planet.
I need to get in the Morphmobile.
Turn on the anti-aircraft guns, boys.
Is there a Corellian Corvette?
I don't know, but it's not gonna catch me.
Is
Yeah,
that a
no, but
giant
I am.
robot?
Oh,
Technically
that
it
was the
is.
gypsy. That was the gypsy.
Oh, Taco crashed or disconnected.
I also crashed.
Yeah. Well,
Yep,
it's
I have not.
Well, there's only one way to end this, and that's gypsies getting a hug.
Oh no.
What
See,
about our
Tucker,
red Corvettes?
This
Oh
is
my
why you
God,
don't
Red
spawn
Gypsy
gypsy.
Danger.
This is why you don't spawn gypsy taco.
Oh, Taco actually
Introduce
finished the
Gypsy
legs.
to the Kraken.
Indeed.
You know, we broke the cracking shields. I started actually breaking blocks with my rockets after a bit.
Hold on.
What? Uh-oh. What?
I see the Kraken. I'm going to ram it with a red Corvette.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. It's been a honor and a privilege to serve with you.
Ramming speed,
Know
Captain.
that your death is
Straight
meaningless
up.
and will serve no purpose whatsoever.
Damn the torpedoes. Full speed ahead.
No, I can't
Go
keep up.
straight through the chest of gypsy. Go, go, go.
Yeah!
Oh,
Wait, have the Kraken. Have the
Aww.
Kraken ram the
Thanks for
You
ceiling.
didn't do anything!
things are going badly.
Oh well.
The Kraken is breaking.